Hi artists! This week is a celebration of St. Patrick's Day, and if you're not Irish, it doesn't matter. We can all celebrate the little bit of Irish in all of us and the color green, which we love. So let's talk about leprechauns because they're fun to draw and they're known for their money. The pot of gold and the rainbow are some really cool images that come along with the legend of the leprechaun. And while some folklore tells us that leprechauns' wealth is due to the shoes that they make, they're actually little cobblers and they're fairies, not elves, which is also a fun fact. Some say they protect the treasure of the entire fairy world, and that's why we see the images of a pot of gold with them. They're like little bankers to make sure the frivolous fairies don't spend all their gems at once. So let's draw a leprechaun with a pot of gold, and he's going to be sliding down a really cool rainbow. So what you need is your first clean piece of paper in your sketchbook or a blank piece of white paper, a pencil, and an eraser. A really good eraser, and I'll be using a Sharpie so that you can see my work. What you need to imagine is that there is a leprechaun's head here. His body and his arms are going to be in the center of your page, and he's going to be sliding down the rainbow. The pot of gold is going to be at the bottom. He's holding his hat, and we'll add those details in. His hair is going up in the air because he's sliding down this really pretty slide of a rainbow. So that quick sketch will help you plan out your page. So let's start with his face, and his face has a beard and some hair going on, so it's really not perfectly round. So we want to just do like an oval shape with a flatter top so that we have a way to put his hairline in there, and he has an ear, of course. We can do his features really easily, some big friendly eyes and a cute nose, and he's of course smiling because who would not smile sliding down a rainbow? I know that would be cool for me. Let's add those eyes in there, and you can do the eyes any way you want. The expression of your leprechaun can be creative and different from what this drawing is. I'm just giving you some ideas and scale. So there's the face. I may go back and tweak his eyes a little bit and add some highlights in there when I'm doing the color part, but for now that works. So let's add in, he's got red hair and a red beard. And it frames his chin. Goes up and down. You can add that in. We'll of course be adding color later. And his hair is going in the wind. It's really funny. He looks like he's got spiked hair. You can add some waves in there. Sharpie that out. And remember, yes, we will be doing Sharpie after you do your pencil mark, so just keep going with this for now. So one arm is up in the air and it's holding a hat, but let's do the sleeve of his shirt into his body. The other arm is going up, because when you slide down a slide, what happens? You're like, whee! So that's what he's doing. He's like, whoa, this is great. And then he has this shiny gold belt in the center. Kind of looks like a seat belt. And then his leg is kind of sliding up because he's holding himself in a position of sliding. So we can depict that by his leg being bent and a foot here, and his other foot is going forward. So he's sliding down on his back. All right, So let's add some more details in here real quick. He's got a patch on his clothing, and he's got pant leg bottoms to separate from the shoes that he's wearing. We'll add all those details in too with some color later. So let's get that hat in there, and his hat, which he's holding on to because he's sliding really fast, is over here. And you just make a couple of slight curved lines and some straight lines going up and the top of his hat. And there you have it. You can also add that detail in there. And you can make this into different colors to match his uniform / outfit or whatever makes you happy. But let's make sure we show him holding it underneath, and we can color that in to get rid of that black line, or you can use your eraser to erase that line to show the thumb mark. And then let's do his other hand. Is like, whoa, this is really cool. All right. Wow, his hair is really wonky, isn't it? So down here is the pot of gold, and we're going to do the rainbow last because the rainbow is behind him, and we want to make sure that we show behind his body and not put those lines in to make any sort of confusion. So we'll get that going. Let's add some buttons, and I'm just going to make his knee bend a little bit more pronounced. You can go back and tweak all that. So the pot of gold is on the bottom, which is where he's going to land. And so we're going to put in the rim and the pot itself. And we're adding the shiny details of the pot. And then filling in and brimming over are all sorts of coins. And you can fill those in one by one. Just circles everywhere, those golden coins. And I'll add some more in later, but this is where the rainbow comes in. You can turn your page to the side. You can use something to guide your lines, but remember you're going to need the rainbow colors, so you can pencil that out. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. And that pencil mark will help me plan out what colors go where, and I'll erase this when I'm done. So let's do red, and the rainbow gets skinny at the bottom and it gets wider at the top, and you'll see that as I keep adding lines. Okay, you're just going to get wider and wider as it goes up behind your leprechaun. So there's my red streak. Now I'm going to do my orange, and it's really tight at the bottom, and don't go over his body. You're just going to keep going behind him. And if it's easier to do it just starting at the top, that's fine too. And remember, your pencil mark is erasable. And there you have it. So he's sliding on that rainbow, and you can, of course, extend those lines, thicken them up, and we'll be doing lots of fun color elements in the second half of this drawing. You can go back and erase your pencil mark and start working on the coins to add in, and you'll see me finish up these details as we speed up the video. And I think I'm going to change his hair. It's a little weird, but we'll figure that out as we go. Have fun, artist.